Looking at creation and I proudly wave my victory flag. It's like someone eating nuts, cause I just made the tea bag. The year is 1906, a more uncivilized time, where tea leaves were just infesting everywhere. The issue presenting itself was the leaves getting everywhere. Frustration of wanting to drink made it so unfair. All I want to do is enjoy the tasty water. Getting leaves in your teeth turns it to an enjoyment slaughter. Need someone to come along and fix this heinous plot. Then I thought, that's me, I'm a genius on the spot. I need to cleanly move the leaves from point A to B. I need a contraption for this. Who's a genius? It's me. I'll get a piece of fabric attached to a string. You see what's back in my step? That's right, the spring. The leaves give the flavor without the fear of spreading. Now this is the greatest invention since the dawn of bedding. Now it can be enjoyed with any snack, sweet or salty. With this invention there is squat that is faulty. I look in that creation and I proudly wave my victory flag. It's like someone eating nuts, cause I just made the tea bag. The year is 1906, a more uncivilized time, where tea leaves were just infesting everywhere. The issue presenting itself was the leaves getting everywhere. Frustration of wanting to drink made it so unfair. All I want to do is enjoy the tasty water. Getting leaves in your teeth turns it to an enjoyment slaughter. Need someone to come along and fix this heinous plot. Then I thought, that's me, I'm a genius on the spot. I need to cleanly move the leaves from point A to B. I need a contraption for this. Who's a genius? It's me. I'll get a piece of fabric attached to a string. You see what's back in my step? That's right, the spring. The leaves give the flavor without the fear of spreading. Now this is the greatest invention since the dawn of bedding. Now it can be enjoyed with any snack, sweet or salty. With this invention there is squat that is faulty. I look in that creation and I proudly wave my victory flag. It's like someone eating nuts, cause I just made the tea bag. The year is 1906, a more uncivilized time, where tea leaves were just infesting everywhere. The issue presenting itself was the leaves getting everywhere. Frustration of wanting to drink made it so unfair. All I want to do is enjoy the tasty water. Getting leaves in your teeth turns it to an enjoyment slaughter. Need someone to come along and fix this heinous plot. Then I thought, that's me, I'm a genius on the spot. I need to cleanly move the leaves from point A to B. I need a contraption for this. Who's a genius? It's me. I'll get a piece of fabric attached to a string. You see what's back in my step? That's right, the spring. The leaves give the flavor without the fear of spreading. Now this is the greatest invention since the dawn of bedding. Now it can be enjoyed with any snack, sweet or salty. With this invention there is squat that is faulty. I look in that creation and I proudly wave my victory flag. It's like someone eating nuts, cause I just made the tea bag.
Hello. How's all? So, I forgot to do the lights. I'll put them on. I'll put them on. Waves back. You're cute. Right, close your eyes if you're epileptic. There we go. So. Giving forewarning. You're telling. I'm telling myself. Criminology, yeah. Did I spell it wrong? Because, that's a thing. Girl, you be careful. Hey, James! I'm literally about to go to sleep. It's 2 a.m. here. Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. I spelled it right. I'm pretty proud of myself then. 3 months. How have I been streaming for 3 months? How have I been streaming? Oh, look, it's a little pink cup. It's a pink cup. Okay. Happy International Women's Day. All you women. Happy International Women's Day, women. So, you are women. I forgot to put the tags in when I went live, so there's that. What tags did I? Casual playthrough, mental health. Good on me. Is there a way that I can change the tags? If anyone can tell me how to change tags, I would appreciate it. Alt F. Thanks, Ali. I am stupid and I want to do it, but I know that's how you get out of things, and I don't want to do it. Edit your stream title and description. Okay. Sweet, I can do it during my thing. Ah, sweet. Okay, cool. Well, I'm just editing things while I talk. Hi! Hi, bot! How are you? I'm editing things while I'm in the middle of in the middle of things. Okay, so I'm gonna put backseating allowed because I want people to chat with me. That's a good one. That is good. So I want to give people forewarning. I want to give people like, okay, the R word is going to be used prevalently. Prevalently? Yeah. A lot throughout this. So if you're not comfortable with discussions with that word, yeah. Because for the last 2 weeks, it has been brought up a lot in my life, through my studies, through politics. So I thought, okay, it's International Women's Day. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. Let's, do this. I'm trying to concentrate while I also do tags. It's difficult. I'm not great at this right now. I don't know if there's anything else I need. Anything else? Anything else? What am I doing? Admin chat. Admin chat. Admin chat. Thanks, bud. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Imagine putting spoilers about someone's death. So yeah, updating Twitch, done it. Okay, so the R word is discussed. There is murder. There's statistics. Not my fave. I do enjoy Prosper's little emote. Murder. Ooh. Murder. R word. I will say the R word when I get into my slides. Just want to make it clear that if you don't like it, you can leave. Statistics, discussions of victimology. Yeah. Just leave. I can't do anything about it. It's a discussion we're having. We're having a discussion. So yeah, we are talking about a murder that happened in 2012. Jill Maher. It was a very big one, actually. I was just getting out of high school. I was in hospital, I'm pretty sure. Jill Maher. What? Murder of Jill Maher. Oh, well, the murder and rape of Jill Maher, actually. But I am going to be discussing other subjects surrounding this, because it is criminology. I am learning about victimology this semester at uni, so I will be going into more details about victimology, statistics, yeah, that kind of stuff. This is my stream. This is what I do on Mondays. Oh, every second Monday now, because I am trying to... Am I talking to you? Maybe. Maybe I'm talking to you. Yeah. Okay, so I'll go into why this case had so much media attending. Oh no, Slang's not talking to you. He's saying what I was saying. I was telling people to leave if they don't like the word rape. Rape is a very triggering word to some people. People can be triggered by the word rape. So I highly recommend people who do not like that word, and my other self in my head, they won't leave. Okay. Yeah, I like to give trigger warnings that people who do not like these words to, yeah. I'm fine, I swear. God, guys. Yeah, but I really liked this statement regarding the murder of Gilmar. It says, it took 6 days to catch Gilmar's killer, but it took 6 hours for him to confess and 6 minutes for the judge to remand him in custody. It was very quick. Such a simple thing. Hey, Stoop! Hello, welcome. So, okay, now that Stoop's here, again, trigger warning. We will be talking... Ah, you just missed the trigger warning. Compliment, no slaying. No slaying, you're a beautiful gem. You... no, but... you helped me through a lot. You're an amazing mod. Thank you. I'm not going to go too far with compliments because he doesn't deal with them very well. So, trigger warning, Stoop. Rape is discussed. We are starting off with discussion of victimology, statistics, all that stuff, then we get into it. But we are discussing Gilmar. I'm pretty sure you would remember this from 2012. Gilmar was a massive... Yeah, it was a massive thing. I think it was like the first time that I realised that people do get killed in Australia. I think it really hit me that it happens here. It was very big. Oh, no, actually, Daniel Morgan was the first time that I was like, oh, this happens. Yeah, no. This one was like the first time like a woman just like disappeared. But the reason why we're talking about like the characteristics of victimology. Yes, I am Australian. But how did you... What gave it away? What gave it away? Is it the Bogan accent? But it's very much like with the media, as again, I think we all grew up knowing of the Port Arthur massacre, but those violent sexual crimes feel so... Yes, and that is why I want to talk about the sexual crimes on Australia. Like, okay, shut up, Ali. No, Pavlova, Australia. Australia can be dangerous. It can be. Just depends. Wait. But yeah, no, that's what I want to talk about on International Women's Day, is that violent sexual crime, that it's very shocking, and it has snake and spiders. We have the most dangerous snakes and spiders in the world, so you take that as you want. But yeah, that's why I want to like kind of discuss the whole idea of the media focusing... We pet spiders here. The whole idea of... Do you see them normally? I have like 5 spiders currently in my house. That's all. But yeah, the whole idea of how the media focuses on this stranger attack, because victimology, the media attends to 7 characteristics. If it's an old or a very young person, if they're weak, so like if they have a disability, and I've spiders. If they're like, if they have like a disability, if they're, you know, stop it. If they you know, if they have like a disability, if they're, you know, unwell, something along those lines. If they're a woman considers weak, you know. If they're doing something legal and respectable, say just walking down the street at daytime, I can't remember how the media portrayed it. They were definitely victim blaming Jill in the media. I think it was a little less than the comedian. Yeah, well, the thing is, Jill was walking from a bar to her house, which was like only a few meters. She just went down a laneway. Whereas the comedian, she was at like 3 a.m. going via tram. So they're like, how dare she go out fun at night? Whereas Jill was like at 10 a.m. I mean 10 p.m. So it was like, and she was an ABC, like Jill Maher's an ABC news person. So she's more respectable. She's married. You know, she had a very, like, she's highly educated. She's seen more as like your, you know, what you would like want your daughter to grow up to be, like very respectable. So it's very, you know, it's what society wants, opposed to a comedian. Comedians like, this is not what I believe. Make it very clear. I don't like the whole idea of, if you're a victim of a crime, you're a victim of a crime. I don't care if I like you, I dislike you, any of that stuff. You're still a victim. That's that. But this is why the media focused so hard on Jill Maher, because they just saw her as like the perfect person. Remember to wife every time. Okay. But yeah, if you're attacked by a stranger, perfect victim. Perfect. News. Yeah. Attacked in a public space. Again, in this case, she was attacked in a public space. You know. Struggles valiantly. She tries to defend herself. And the matter is brought to police attention immediately. She didn't come home that night. The police was notified the very next day. So all this will come. You'll understand exactly what me and Stoop are talking about. Oh, thank you. I didn't notice. Yeah, this is my little beret. It's got like a little knob on it. Little knob. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Sometimes I don't notice little things. Anyway, the non-ideal, so the ones that don't get brought attention to, and this is something that also you need to pay attention to, because in this case, people were outraged and they're like, why wasn't he in jail before? Why is it this? And it's because of this idea of what the non-ideal victim was. The guy who was caught eventually was a serial offender, and he wasn't in jail because his victims were non-ideal. He went out, found victims that people didn't consider to be victims. So he found people that were of the sex worker or promiscuous women, people who do not fit the straight stereotypes, so homosexual, LGBTQ, people who are male, people who are intoxicated, people who don't fight back, people who don't wear appropriate clothing. Like, look what she's wearing. She obviously wanted it, that kind of thing. So wife plus wife, yeah. No, wife plus wife is LBG. Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, exactly. People who are on a date. So if you're dating the person who sexually assaults you, then they're like, well, that was deserved. You went on a date with them, then you wanted it. So that doesn't get reported either. Anyone who falls outside the virginal category or appearance. So someone who doesn't look like an angel, someone who's, yeah. So it's very much the hierarchy. So you've got people who are up, like people who fit all that category, but then they go down and down and down, and then you've got people at the bottom of that category. So yeah. And then we go down to stats in the year of 2012. Well, me and No Slaying are joking, but I do kind of fit in the LGBTQ. I'm married to a man, but I'm sexually fluid. I'm not attracted to physical appearances. I am attracted to all people of all genders, all I like people's personalities. I don't have a sexual, So I'm just kind of learning what this is. So with the statistics, I don't know. Don't do this to me. It's not fair. Don't do it to me on stream. It's not fair. Well, it's demisexual, I think it's called. So yeah. Okay, so in 2012, the murder rate was 100. The offense subgroup was 177 people were murdered. But of all those people, actual murders were 54. But in Victoria. But only one was reported as a murder, in the news. One murder in the news was reported as this massive deal, which is the one I'm talking about. Which I find that's what I'm talking about, the media. The media is very, this is the ideal, yeah, exactly, Stu. In Victoria, one murder was this massive, huge, hey Peter, it's good. It's this massive outcry of how could this happen, and it was very much, they used this as a trying to close up parole, trying to stop parole to happen. But yeah, so 54 murders happened that year. There was 33 attempted murders. 20 were charged as manslaughter. Okay, my cute hat. No Slang wants me to show it. So you can downgrade if you do a plea deal or anything. So no one knows if they were actually attempted murders or manslaughters. So, but driving causing death was 70 of them. Yes, a beret. I'm a devil. Very unholy. No, you're not. You're a sweetheart. But driving causing death was 70 of those. So that's just showing the grand total of murders that happened, but only one of them was this massive deal in Victoria. So then we go on to sexual assault. So we have in Victoria, and I just want to make this very clear, this is reported to the police and prosecuted. This isn't how many rapes happened, because not everyone reports them. It's very hard to have it reported and then go to trial. Very clear. Okay. Okay. So we have, there was 8,494 sexual offences in 2012. And this is not of one gender, this is of all genders. Now, 3,616 were rapes. Yes. And they were the ones that were prosecuted. These are the ones that are found guilty. So, it's kind of why I want to talk about it today on International Women's Day, because this is a problem. It's a very big problem. It's something that people don't acknowledge. Like, a lot of people acknowledge that it's a thing, but some people don't kind of see it in front of them. Oh, Dragonflower, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, so much love. But a lot of people just, like, they see it, but they don't kind of see the numbers in front of them. And this is in one state in Australia. This is not the whole of Australia. This is one state in 1 year. So this is kind of where I'm going. Like, in the media, they've picked one out there story and they've blown it up, made it a huge story, and we still talk about it today. We still bring up this, and I'm not downgrading that she didn't deserve this. She did not deserve to be murdered and raped and strangled to death. But if they took notice of all the other crimes before her and didn't downgrade the people that things happened to before because they're not the ideal victim, maybe should be alive today. And it's not the parole issue. It's not that parole was the issue. It was that the victims were downgraded. And they fixed the parole issue anyway. That it changed some parole issues. But yeah, so let's get into it. So this is Jill Ma. Jillian Mckinnon was born on the 30th of October 1982 in, I'm not going to be able to pronounce a lot of this because it's Irish. She was born in Ireland, in Drogheda County, Ireland. The family relocated to Australia when her father, George, gained a job in Perth. You know Irish? Okay. Yeah, but you can't pronounce it to me. Okay. Let's get this pronunciation. Her family relocated back to Ireland in 1996. Yeah, that's right. Fuck. It's but she moved to Australia in 2009 after she met and married Tom. I've just forgotten how to pronounce her last name after all this. Tom Ma, in Ireland in 2008. She settled in Melbourne and began working for the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, the ABC. Drogheda. We got this. Okay. So, this is the thing, like, she's clearly a very beautiful girl. She looks very happy. She is married. She's, you know, she's just someone that, you know, was someone that you could clearly go, oh, she's got no skeletons in the closet. She's just someone that you couldn't, I don't know. Yeah, it's Jill Ma. I know how to pronounce it because it's all over media. But you speak Gaelic? That's kind of cool. But yeah, she was just... Yeah, it is still very sad. Like... Yeah, I'll get into what happened. So, what happened? After work in 2001, September 21st, Jill Ma went to work with the co-workers of ABC to the Brunswick Green Bar on Sydney Road, Brunswick. Okay, so for anyone who's interested, it's closed now. Oh yeah, the incident. That's actually a couple of years after the incident too, so that's fine. I like that you call it the incident. Later they moved on to Bar Etiquette. Oh wait, no, that one. I don't know if that one's closed. I think it's Bar Etiquette that's closed. And then they left the bar at 1:30 a.m. Oh yeah. No, she also was out late, so that's like another one where the police probably said, I'm assuming the police said this as well, where it's like women shouldn't be out late by themselves and all that stuff. It's like, I'm not going on any list. It's like, this is another thing that like really irritates me, is when the police come out and they're like, women should keep themselves safe and not go out late at night. It's like, no, people should not rape us. Ha. Anyway. So she left the bar around 1:30 a.m. and began a short walk back home where she stayed with her husband. He was waiting for her, and then she didn't return home. He started looking for her, freaked out, immediately called the police. So, you know, this all lines up with the whole she was weak. I like how the books are like, never stop learning. Okay, thanks. I liked it, but I like it. I like the idea of never stop learning. But like it goes through the idea of it was brought to the police's attention immediately. It was attacked in a public space, weak, and as you'll find out later, attacked by a stranger. It's not straight. Well, I don't have OCD, so it doesn't bother me. Yeah, it doesn't bother me because I don't have OCD. Anyway. When she was walking home, though, she was on the phone to her brother. Ali. It's not a big deal. So she was on the phone to her brother, spoke to him briefly about their dad. And that was it. That's the last anyone heard from her. So in the days after she went missing, I also don't focus. Clearly. So afterwards they made a Facebook asking for let's find Jill. That ended up bringing tons of media attention. It got like 100,000 people following the group, got the media's attention. They started posting flyers. But during all this, the police did the correct thing. They took in the car, they searched the car, they investigated the husband, because the first person you need to look into is the person closest to the victim, because this is just a fact. Attacks are generally people that you know. It's more likely to be someone you know. Stranger attacks are so rare. They really are. Strangers don't generally attack someone just out of the blue. It's very rare. That's why when it does happen, the media is all over it. Yeah, they're like a shiny. Very good. That is a good thing to go off. So on the 24th of September, they found her handbag. It was in a laneway near Hope Street. And it was really close to where she was living. But they'd searched there before and it wasn't there. So they were like, this is odd. It's right here where she's near where she's living. We're gonna have to look into the husband more. So they were really getting sus on him. So then, in the midst of all this, a design boutique person found security footage. And this is something that I really adore. Not a lot of people who get put into this position actually come forward and say, hey, look, I have this footage, I think it's her, and it actually turns out to be super important. So they found footage that shows a person just pacing backwards and forwards out the front, and this goes for 2 minutes, so I'll just talk while it's going. And yeah, they found CCTV footage of this guy in a hoodie pacing backwards and forwards, and then you see, what if this guy likes the dresses? Yeah, don't think so. It's a wedding boutique. It is so unnerving. And then you just see Jill Maher just walk past, and it's the last footage you ever see of her. And it's so if I had to buy one for my wife, I'd pace backwards and forwards. Okay. I don't think you would be buying one for your wife. I think your wife will buy one for herself. But yeah, it showed her speaking to him at 1:42, which is right as she would have been there, about to get home. So the police investigation kind of brought this out to try and find this guy. It's who's the guy in the hoodie? Who is this man? And then 2 days later, at 2:30 p.m. on the 27th of September, police arrested Adrian Ernest Bailey. He was 41. He had an address in Coburg, and they questioned him at great lengths. He was the man in the blue hoodie. And then 6 days after she went missing, they found her body at Gisborne South. So that's her talking to him. And that's the last they ever saw of her. So, before we get into who Adrian is, we'll go through some other issues. I wonder what was said. Look, that's the thing, like, no one will ever know exactly what happened. And I don't really want to go off of what he says happened because he is mentally ill. That's just it. In the end, he raped and he strangled her. And that is a horrible thing. But he's done a whole lot of other shit. And that's something that a lot of people... I know! Thank you, Peter. That's the thing, like, it's... I want to get to who Adrian Ernest Bailey is, what he's done, and why he's done it. Because there is a lot to him that people kind of leave out because they just like, he's a horrible person, he shouldn't have been on parole at the time. Arrest them easy. So that's the thing, like with the social media, Facebook users created pages about the case while the case was going. And like if you spread so much lies or the truth or anything about him, you're going to stuff up the case and he will get off lighter because of it. If you punish him outside of court regarding like spreading things outside of court, you are going to let him off easier. That is how it works. Hey, Haru! So the whole thing is you need to let the court do it, then do whatever you want afterwards. Oh, hug. Just forewarning, Haru, there's a lot of discussion about the R word in this. You can get a timeout. What happened, Haru? People who want to be Vilanches, like, well, I was actually, at the end of this, we are going to be discussing Darren Hinch because he got in trouble over this case. Yeah, Darren Hinch actually got arrested over this case. So, the R word, yeah, the R word is rape. I just don't want to upset anyone over this. But yeah, the next thing. Yeah, but the whole thing about this, I just got rejected. I'm leaving. Okay. So the whole thing about this though is it's a matter of like people still don't listen about if you make it worse, then they're going to, yeah, as I said, it's just going to make it easier on them. But yeah, I'm just going to, now parole question. So, because of all of this, because he was, yeah, people want their own justice. They want to feel like they've contributed to justice. But that's not how it works. Like, we have a system in place. I don't particularly like the system that's in place. I want to fix it. But do you know what I'm doing to fix it? I'm studying criminology. I'm going and fixing it a different way. I'm not going and fucking up the system. Okay. Moving on. So because of what happened, because he was on parole at the time of raping and murdering Jill Ma, on June 2013 there was a tightening of Victoria's parole laws, which that's something I'm very like, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm very, when it comes to you know, you're on parole. Like, I get that but I don't understand how you tighten up a parole law, like the parole laws, like how that's going to fix someone on parole doing this. Yeah, that's all. And like, yeah, it's just. Hi, Friendly Pyro. Again, I'll have the forewarning. We are discussing topics involving the R word. If you do not like the R word, I urge you to. Yes. I just don't like telling people to leave. I feel rude. But yeah, I will be using the R word. I just want to make sure that people who don't like it. I'm speaking to my other self. But yeah, I'm someone who's very torn about parole. Like, sure, you can monitor someone, make sure that it's not rude, you're giving a valid content warning. Yeah. I feel with the whole parole questions, like, when Adrian did do this, you can't blame a whole community of people for one person's missteps. I don't feel, and this is a personal opinion, this isn't factual, this isn't, this is personal. This is me saying I don't personally feel that what he did was based on what the parole system should be based on. I feel that we should have acknowledged that he had a problem beforehand, and we should have been facing it through mental health. He had issues that he needed to deal with. He should not have been out. He should have been dealing with this in therapy, in jail. Yes. Okay. Now, Adrian Ernest Bailey, he is a complex man, because as I am studying victimology, it is something that you need to discuss that sometimes. Oh, yeah, he does. Sometimes you need to discuss that maybe people are also victims and predator. So, Adrian Bailey was actually sexually assaulted as a child. I think that's what it was. Yeah, but he'd been he'd been assaulted when he was abused as a child. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I think I saw him vent. Yeah, he'd been abused as a child, so this is like something I very much like to make clear. Like, if you're abused as a child, it does very much stuff you up, like, sexually. You either become very, like, insular, very, like, you don't know what to do with yourself that way, or you become like this. So, yes, and this is why I say we need to get on therapy very quickly young. If you can diagnose people who have been abused young, get on that, because they need help. It is a very complicated, harmful thing. Now, when you get older and it becomes a bigger issue, you are no longer the victim, you are now a predator. Get them to the school's counsellor? Yeah, that is Sometimes it can help. Some schools counsellors in Australia are shit. Yeah. But yeah, but here's the thing. By the time he was arrested for Jill Maher's murder and rape, holla, get them to a good counsellor. That's the thing though. Okay, this is a very important message. Finding a good counsellor is like dating. Also, no school counsellors due to underfunding. Yeah, schools need better funding. This is very important. But yeah, finding your counsellor is like dating. It is like, on average, you've got to go to like 6 counsellors to find 6 therapists to find one therapist that you like. That's the average. So don't just like go to one therapist, not like that one, and then be like, oh, I don't like that one, so I don't like therapy. It took me until 22 to find a therapist I liked. And I've been going to therapy since I was 8. Yeah, no, I never said... Okay. I said it goes into, like, different directions. You can become... I didn't mean it that way if it came across that way. I just said that you can go in, like, different directions. But it can lead to that. But it still stuffs you up. Either way. Yeah. Pyro. I know it doesn't. I said it can lead to 2 different directions, but it will still stuff you up mentally. Either way. Like, you can become very, like, confused and very insular and very, like... It's very hard for me to explain the other one rather than that one. But yeah, no, you don't 100% become a predator. That's... yeah, no. That's very wrong. Like, same way not all people having issues around attraction. Yes. Not all people who are actually attracted to minors act on it. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, no, I didn't think I said it, but if I did, I apologize. I did not mean it, and I'm sorry if I came out that way. I did not mean that at all. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Peter. Thank you for popping in. But yeah, I will... yeah, bye. But... thank you. But by the time that Adrian did harm, by the time he murdered, I'll look at it. I'll look at it after stream. By the time that he did murder, he got to murder Jill. He had, what was it? 22 counts of rape. He was definitely a predator. And he had been in jail for 8 years at a point. So from 18 to 41, he was in jail for 8 years and still raped 22 women who had come forward. Because remember, not everyone comes forward. Oh, thank you, Ali. I really appreciate it. So, let's have a look at some of these, because I don't have all 22 because I'm not doing another Trump stream. That was mentally scarring. So we'll go through some of them. Go get a snack then. Get some snack. So in June 1990, he was arrested and charged with rape. He got bail. In 1990, he assaulted a woman. Because, you know, it's easier to go for someone who is smaller than you. In September 1990, he was arrested and charged with rape. Also got bail, because that's what we need. December 1990, got assault again. And just remember, sometimes assault can be a plea down from rape. But then this is what really gets me, because in all of these, it doesn't say that your boy is lighting up the local convenience store. Good luck. In all these, it doesn't say, like, if he was charged or not. I mean, if he went to jail for it or not. It just said what he's been charged with. From 2000 to 2001, he has multiple charges for 5 women of rape. He gets 11 years, but only serves 8. So that's the 8 years I was talking about. In August 2011, so he's on bail now. He gets assault because he bashes a man in a pub. So he's moving up to men. So one of the cases where it was, does he sexually assault men? No, only sexually assaults women. He just bashed a man, that's all, in a pub. He's very violent and he gets his anger out. Yeah, he's a very violent man. He gets like, and like you can see that he's very angry, and you can tell that it's from a lot of child trauma. And that's the thing, like, you need to deal with that. If you don't deal with that, then it's going to come through in some way. But, you know, but the court actually went through in his trial and talked about some of the sexual assaults that he committed back in early 2000, and they are very terrifying. And the thing is, the reason he got away with a lot of it and like had such low, like it is such low like sentences, is the first one was a teenage sex worker who had been reading a pamphlet about dangerous men to watch out for in the immediate area before she was attacked. She climbed in, this is so bad. She climbed into Bailey's car and referred to the man in the pamphlet and told him she could not believe how bad people are out there. And then he punched her and said, "I'm one of those bad people." And then he violently raped her in Elwood. Like, all the ones that it discusses are sex workers. There is one who's not a sex worker, and she was a 27-year-old Dutch backpacker. You know, like, it's people who are low on this victimology thing, where it's like, if they were what people classified as, oh, it's, you know, we worry about these people more, which is horrible. Like, everyone should be on the same line. We should care about these people as much, but we don't, and it's horrible. And like, that's why I find interesting about criminology, is that you kind of notice that we create the problem. Just personally, that's what I think. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So, Adrian Ernest Bailey pled guilty. He actually ended up pleading guilty, so best thing he's done. He pled guilty to rape and murder, April 2013. He was sentenced to life imprisonment with 35 non-parole period. So, he was sentenced to another 18 years, and his non-parole period was extended from 35 to 43 years. In July 2016, his sentence was reduced to 40 years and deducted 3 years of the term, making Bailey eligible for parole in 2055. Which is kind of scary. If he doesn't get help, it's kind of scary. Oh, camera, hi. Hi, camera. You're a little blurry. A little blurry. Oh, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, dude. So, unfortunately, shortly after Bailey's arrest, Andrew Bailey of Coburg, whose name is listed as A. Bailey, address and telephone number were in the white pages, began receiving abusive phone calls from people believing him to be Adrian Bailey. What the fuck? Why people? Just see A. Bailey and you're like, well, clearly it's the guy who raped and murdered someone. I hate human beings. He also got inquiries from the Irish media. He ended up contacting the media and it's just like, I'm not him. Welcome back, Ali. Just talking about someone who it's too cold outside. That's fair. I wasn't ready. And now to discuss Darren Hinch, my husband's favorite topic. So, on the 17th of January, Darren Hinch never learns, by the way. For anyone who hasn't heard of Darren Hinch, this fucker never fucking learns. And he does it on so many, big media things. He reveals, things that aren't privy to the public. Because sometimes we have, closed trials and information isn't allowed to be revealed to the public. And he's just like, fuck it, you guys can know it. It's like, no, Darren Hinch. We are not allowed to know. Isn't privy to it. Okay, it's like, we're not allowed to know it. Where the information isn't... we're not supposed to have this information. We're, privy. There is, a gag order, per se, on media. So we're not allowed to have this information, but the media does have it. Yeah. Privy is private, yeah. So, Darren Hinch in January 2014 began serving a 50-day prison sentence for breaching the suppression order. He had attempted to reveal Bailey's extensive record of prior rapes and other violent offences. So he was trying to reveal, all of Adrian Bailey's prior offences before the trial, which would then give him an unfair trial. And that's the thing about trials. You've got to have a fair trial. If the judge has said his other offences aren't part of this trial by combat, then the judge says, this isn't part of this trial. Darren Hinch is like, nah, this is part of it. Shoves it out there. Darren Hinch also, this is another fucking thing. A girl got murdered and raped around the corner from here. Fucking doxing myself. And he's just like, this happened years ago. Not years ago. A couple of years ago. Before we lived here. And he's just like, here is exactly detailed information of her murder. Before it went to trial. How the fuck did he not go to jail for that? Oh, that's right, because he's in fucking Congress. Not Congress, fucking... He's in, he works in Parliament now. The fuck? I hate him. He's such a dick. Yeah, he works in our government now. What do you mean that's the guy? No, there's too many guys for it to be that guy. There's so many dickheads in my government. So, okay. There's so many dickheads in my government. Seeing as that I'm allowed to talk about, seeing I'm talking about this disgusting topic now, let's go into my chatting stream. Okay. There is a guy in my government right now who was accused, allegedly, of sexual assault, rape. You can't ban yourself. The guy who was, who keeps getting accused of doing the rape in my government. He's an attorney general. Don't ban yourself. It's just. Yeah, and then the police are like, there's not enough information to go on. I'm like, yeah, there is. There's like 3 women alive that you can talk to, and one woman who talked to her counselor and then committed suicide. How much more information do you want? Just fucking so sick of this boys club. The unban request. Okay, hold on. One new unban request. Yes, please help. I did this as a joke, please marry. Fucking hell. I have been proposed to. Like, how many times in the last 24 hours? You're welcome, yes, Slay. The disappointing thing is hearing people talk about it like, well, she killed herself, so how reliable? Yeah. I know, and it's... So this is why I want to talk about this kind of thing today, like, International Women's Day, is like, hello, this is something... Like, I was talking to another person about, like, sexual assault and rape. And it's like, the statistic is supposed to be like 1 in 3 women go through it, but I think it's like a lot higher. You can participate, you're completely welcome. And I just think that it's really sad that it is such a huge epidemic, and people don't quite understand that. And I'm really saddened. Like, it is, I don't know. I get really fucking, like, sad that we still have to have this discussion. Like, I'm not, like, I've grown so much in my opinions. Like, we were talking about International Women's Day 4 years ago. I thought it was a useless thing. I thought, why the fuck do we need an International Women's Day? And now here I am. I'm like, no, I like it. We need it. Gone from someone who didn't believe that we needed it. Shower thought COVID gave the world a home restraining order. We needed a home restraining order. Well, I needed one. People who are in domestic violence situations need to get the fuck out of that house. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I get very down by the whole situation. But the thing is, people can be very uneducated, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to be uneducated, because it means that you've got so much more growing to go. Like, I'm so proud of, like, how far I've come from 4 years ago. Like, 4 years ago, I was like, oh, women are fine. We don't need more rights. We are completely fine the way we are. Now I'm here, I'm like, no, we need more rights. We're not doing great. Oh, we're getting there. We're a lot better. And you get freaked the fuck out when you mix. Yeah, I know, but I just don't want to be offensive. That's my thing. Like, I've been learning, like, I know about, like, I've been friends with people who wear hijabs. Yeah, but I've been friends with people who wear hijabs, and I just feel like I should know better. Okay. But I should know better, though. I just feel like my forgetfulness gets me in trouble. It's not that I didn't know, it's that I forget. But yeah. Should I play some music? You're not going to get maths and say I should have known better. Well, I used to say I should have got that problem right. So, you're wrong. Fern, what is Fern here? Or did you just call me Fern? What happened? I think you just called me Fern. You called me Fern. I think you called me Fern. I have a feeling you called me Fern. Feeling you called me Fern. It's fine. I'm fucking stupid. It's fine. You can call me Fern. Look. If you care about me the way you care about Fern, I'll take that as a compliment. That's fine. I appreciate it. That's okay. Look, I would rather it be that you care about me the way you care about Fern. I'm gonna take it as that. That working? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. some music on. Wonder if I still have. No, I don't. I'll see. That's the bill. I cancel that. Yeah, that's what I want. Oh well, let's do some 10-minute jamming. I'll play myself out with piano. Okay. What the fuck? Oops. To set my tablet up. Hey, Classy! We are blessed with T's ukulele gift. I'm crying. I'm gonna set up my phone so I can see the chat. I forgot. And yes, the game is fucking funny. Okay? Does that detect notes as well, or just timing? It detects, it does notes, which is why I think I am not, hold on, streaming info, and, yep, there we go. Okay, cool. I think that it's not, what's it called? I think I might be out of tune. Got it, guys. Okay, let's continue. I already did this, guys. I don't want to do it again. I skip? Yep. Hello, Father. that is. Yeah.
Well done. You can
Personal
continue
best.
to the next
Personal
exercise.
best. Yeah, let's try this one then. Oops, wrong one. Doesn't make any sense. I know it's not the same string. Don't yell at me.
Let's give it another try, shall we?
Fuck off. Oh, thank you, Charles.
Well done. You can continue to the next exercise.
I loved that. That was fun. I love when it's fun. If it's not fun, I don't like it. Whoever did that, fuck you. Learn time's up. Okay, thank you, guitar thing. Thank you, Rita. That was so confusing. I was like, wait, is that part of the song? Oh my god, that was so funny. What? Where that? Oh my god, that was so funny. I was like, why is the goat yelling part of this song? Play the banjo now. Oh, I'd love to play the banjo. I always wanted to play the banjo. I want to play banjo. I want to play violin again. Relearn it. I want to relearn the piano. No, this is my hair. This is just my hair. Yeah, my lights, I have my lights. You notice my haircut on me. Yeah, I finished the murder. I'm very happy to listen. I was very happy that you were here, Stu. I've missed you, my dear. But yeah, the murder is over. It is always very short, generally. Like, the longest we had was Trump, and that was because I could not fit all his crimes into one, and both session was 3 hours long. And I did not even say everything. Like, his crimes were, like, I did 6 hours on Trump, and I didn't. Yeah, he was a lot. He was a lot. You kind of discussed him and it ended, but yeah, like, I can't really, like, with ending it, it's just very much like, I just do, like, open conversation about it, because, like, I want to hear people's opinions. I want to engage with people about it. Like, I don't want to just go, oh, here is a like, because, you know, in podcasts where people are like, oh, I want to join in. Well, that's what I want. I want people to join in. I want people to educate. I want to talk about it. But I don't want to, like, I don't just want to, like, here's a crime. I want to also talk about, here's what I'm learning. This is, like, a few facts from criminology. Like, if I can add a law in and I can educate people. Yes, it is allowed. I also want to, like, add some laws so that people are educated on the law, because the law is complicated. The law is confusing. It's, like, you can interpretate. You can interpret the law in so many different ways. Like, it is very much a complicated issue, criminology. It is not black and white. It is all shades of grey. The law is not as black and white as it seems. It's a little bit black and white, but there is a little shade of grey. So that's kind of what I'm bringing here. It's just, here is criminology. It is very interesting, but it's also, you know, people have so many different opinions on the issue. Like, when it comes to web sleuths, like, if you watch the Cecil Hotel doco. Hey, hon! If you watch the Cecil Hotel doco, you'll realize that, you know, some people are for web sleuths, some people are against web sleuths. So it is, you know, it's all different opinions, different discussions. You know, let's have these discussions. Let's talk it out. But I will always stand by my opinion. I think that we need to change it. We need to have therapy as our number one rehabilitation tool. Like, go to prison, but you need to have my heart. My heart. Someone just melted me. Someone melted me. I know. I do this, and I've made this very clear. I don't do this for money. I do this very much to, like, educate and to, like, bring people to, like, give you, you know, an idea. And then also, I'm very mental health centric. My mental health is all over the place. So I want people to have have a place where you can be open and free with how you feel. Hi. I don't know what that means. Stop it, Charles. Oh, don't do it to me. You're just so sweet. Like, everyone is, like, this massive sweetness in Twitch. Like, everyone, like, I did not expect this from the internet. Internet has been so lovely. And I just appreciate it wholeheartedly. I just want... thank you, hon. Oh. I'm so glad that I held you, hon. Like, you are just, like, a massive gem, and I just hope that, like, you all, like, have, like... Oh, I'm so glad. I just want you guys to be happy, and, like, I want you guys to feel free to be who you want to be, like, and just realize that society doesn't have to be, like, the box that it makes you feel you have to fit in, because, like, yay. I, like, grew up thinking I had to fit in this box, and I don't want anyone else to grow up thinking they have to fit in that box. It's just, it's not what I want for people. Like, people, like, I grew up thinking, like, you have boxes and you have to mold and fit into it, and I was like a circle fitting to a box. Oh, yeah, I told you today I don't read sarcasm in text very well. Okay, cool. I told you though, I don't read sarcasm in text very well. I know I'm a good dad, and you are also a very good dad. Exactly, be who you want to be. Like, just go for it. May I be excused to watch the NBA All-Star game? Absolutely, you may be excused. I will find someone to raid. Hold the phone. Let me find some raid thing. Unless someone else has, like, a better idea. Oh, Fern's still going. Shall we go to Fern? Raid my channel. How long's Fern going? You loved it, Steve? I'm glad. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. Like, I know it's not your typical, yeah, we're finishing up. I hope that Fern is planning on going for a bit. Fern, but another 20 minutes. Okay.
You remind me of the babe. Babe with the power. Power of voodoo.
Do what? Remind me of the babe. Oh, thank you for the points. Yay. I love points. Basically, like, yeah, I know, but I like, it's not like your typical true crime thing. So, I just like to get it in. Get my education in. So, reminder to everyone that does come to this, I am now doing Criminology Monday every second Monday. So next Monday I will probably just be playing a game. So, yeah. I will see you guys whenever. Bye, lovelies. Bye.